What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D, and thanks to your continued support, we're reaching milestones on this page that I never thought we could reach so fast. So thank you guys so much for the support, and thank you for continuing to like my content, share my content, and subscribe to my page. Okay, so on this episode of Donald Trump Never Gives a Straight Answer to Any Freaking Question, listen to this.
Is the plan to do about the food healthcare industry and getting the artificial foods banned in our urban communities that have less access to organic whole foods?
So, Bobby Kennedy, right? Everybody likes Bobby, and he's so big into the health food and women things, everything. He wants to do things in the environment.
First of all, the question was, what are you going to do to help ban artificial foods in our communities that have less access to whole foods? And he says, Bobby Kennedy, right? You guys know Bobby Kennedy, right? He loves doing things and women's things. First of all, there was a poll taken, and there's not a woman on this planet who wants Bobby Kennedy anywhere near their woman things. What is he talking about? Bobby Kennedy? He's into the environmental things? I mean, this guy, again, never answers a question. Maybe he's doing the weave right now. Who knows? But he goes on to talk more about things that make absolutely no sense.
And he endorsed me. First time a Kennedy's ever endorsed a Republican. Maybe it's going to be the last, but I doubt it. And he's a great guy. He would be so perfect. He doesn't like artificial foods, and he doesn't like pesticides and all the stuff they put on them. And if you listen to him for 10 minutes, I mean, he says other countries that don't do anything are healthier than us, okay? We're not that healthy, to put it mildly. So no artificial foods. We don't want artificial. We have plenty of food. The food isn't our problem. And our farmers are great. And our farmers aren't allowed to do their job. You know, our farmers did great 4 years ago. They were doing just about the best they've ever done. They're not doing well at all now. We're not going to have artificial foods. We don't want artificial foods. We want healthy foods.
Isn't this the same guy who literally just staged a fake work day at McDonald's? McDonald's. You could make the argument that McDonald's is responsible for more health issues in America than any other restaurant. Isn't this the same guy who, when he had a national championship team over to the White House, he gave them all Big Macs and sodas from McDonald's? Now this guy is saying we're not going to have artificial foods. He knows that's not true. He knows that's not true. And again, the fact that people are standing there with normal looks on their faces when he's saying this is astounding to me. There would be no way I could keep a straight face when I'm looking at Donald Trump, a man who is rumored to eat McDonald's French fries with a lot of ketchup every day, is sitting there saying, we're not going to have any more artificial foods. I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. I don't think I would be able to not have my mouth yell something out like, well, that's bullshit. I mean, what is going on here? But again, he continues with this bull crap.
And a lot of things are going to be going. And I'll tell you, I'm going to have Bobby Kennedy involved in it. He's a great guy. And even the way when I mentioned his name, all you guys, and you're tough cookies. You know, you wouldn't think, sometimes you'd say, maybe you wouldn't like a guy like Bobby. But he's a person that talks more about food and health than anything else. So I think that's cool. So we'll get it taken care of. You'll be healthier in 4 years from now than you are now, and you look very healthy to me.
Okay, I think we need to address something here. Remember when Michelle Obama said, hey, food in schools are unhealthy. We should have kids exercising more, and we should get rid of some of these foods that are unhealthy for these kids, because we're giving these free lunches out to kids, but we're handing them unhealthy foods. The right went crazy, called her a Marxist, called her a communist, said she wants to control the kids in schools. Donald Trump is now saying we're getting rid of artificial foods. There's a lot of things that are going to be gone. I'm going to get Bobby Kennedy involved in this. First of all, How are they going to do this? Are we talking about regulations? Isn't that a bad word for Republicans? Because in order for you to get rid of the pesticides in foods and the artificial foods, you have to regulate farmers, grocery stores, manufacturers. You have to regulate them. He's always bragging about how he doesn't regulate anything, how he's going to get rid of all the regulations so let these companies do whatever they want. This honestly sounds like anti-capitalism rhetoric. Things that you know Donald Trump is not going to do. There is no way Donald Trump, the guy who staged a fake work day at McDonald's, the guy who eats at McDonald's every day, the guy who tried to feed national champion athletes, college athletes, McDonald's, is going to regulate artificial foods and pesticides. There was a push to get GMOs out of foods. Republicans voted against those bills. It's so bizarre to me. I know sometimes I seem to be emotionally invested in this, and I am for the most part. But it's more ridiculous to me that he sits here, and for the most part, because we don't have an honest media in this country, he gets away with saying things that are just factually false, that we know he is not going to do. And literally, you can take a look at this. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Anywhere Donald Trump goes, wherever he goes, he looks at the issues or what he thinks the issues are of that area. And then he looks at a couple of notes, and then he goes into that area, into that rally, and he tells people things that are appealing to their ears that he's never going to do. This guy is a joke. We are a joke if we elect him again. We were mistaken, embarrassing, and all of those things back in 2016. We righted that wrong in 2020. I cannot believe this race is close, but please, people, get out and vote. Let's not do this again. Please. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.